Hi, my name is Maria from RSA, and today I'm going to show you how to check out an item in workflows. Okay, so the first step is to find the checkout screen, which is located under the Common Tasks group on your left-hand sidebar, and that is located on the Circulation tab at the top. By clicking on any of these headers, you can expand to see the various wizards here. And wizard is a term that we use for the windows or tabs that open up within workflows. So by clicking on checkout, we open the checkout wizard. The first thing you might notice is these two boxes. The top is user ID. That's going to be where the patron barcode goes. And this second one is the item ID. That's for the item barcode. And this makes sense, right? You are going to have a patron in front of you with their library card, probably, and they're going to have an item, and that item is going to have a barcode or a RFID code. And so on this screen, you have everything you need to check out an item to them. But real quick before we do that, let's look at everything on the screen and go over some of it. So next to the user ID box, we have a box here that shows the most previous patron that you helped. And it's when you click on it, it'll bring up their information. That is helpful if you are having maybe like a long interaction with somebody and helping them for a long time and you need to get back to the same person. Same thing here. This is the most recent item. And there's also a function up here where you can search for a user by name, but that is a complex process that we're going to go over on a different training. For now, let's assume you have someone in front of you. That person has their library card. So let's scan it, and it's going to appear in this box and bring up the patron information. Now, I have a special ID for this demo that is letters, but every other ID in our system is going to start with a D, as in dog, followed by a series of numbers. So let's take a look here. This is an information screen that pops up for checkouts when you scan someone's card. It has the person's address information. If there's a note on their card, it's going to show that here. If they have fines, it's going to show that here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out an item to this patron. You're going to scan the item in somehow with your RFID reader or your barcode scanner, or you can even type it in manually. If you are using a barcode scanner, it's going to automatically put it in and put your cursor in the box and allow you to check out an item. So you can keep scanning items as you go, and it's very efficient. However, throughout your time in workflows, as you check things in and check things out, always make sure that your cursor is in the right box, because if you accidentally click out of the box somewhere else, you won't accomplish the task that you're trying to do. So when you are checking this person out, make sure that the items appearing on the screen correspond with the items that the person that are physically in front of you. And that's going to save you a lot of trouble. So now that I scan this item in, it gives us information about the item. We have the title, we have the call number, we have the item ID, the due date. I also want to call attention to these two boxes down here. One is current user checkouts and one is holds. So current user checkouts is showing us that this person checked an item out on a different day. And this holds is showing us that this person has an item on hold that is unavailable. And it's important to be aware of these three boxes because if you're new to working on workflows, it's easy to mix these up. So you might glance at the screen, see this book nudge, and without really thinking about it, think, oh, that must be a book they have on hold. And you go to the hold shelf and look for it, but it's not there. So maybe you ask a colleague for help. And then pretty soon you have multiple people looking for this book that you're never going to find because it's not a hold. And then hopefully, eventually, your colleague who's worked with workflows longer than you will go to the screen and glance at it and see, oh, Nudge is a book that they checked out already. It's not a hold. I think that these boxes down here can sometimes take people by surprise because they only show up if someone has previous checkouts or if they have holds. The rest of the time, the space is blank. But for now, we have checked this item out to the patron. That's great. We're going to move on to the next step. So down here are some dialog boxes. You can check out to a new user if you have someone waiting and you're ready to check them out. You can email this person all of their checkouts. That's going to email them previous checkouts as well as the ones from today. You can email them just the current checkouts from today, or you can do what I'm going to do and close the wizard. And depending on your receipt setup, you might get a dialog box that looks like this. And if you want to print a receipt for your patron, you're going to press OK. And if the patron doesn't want a receipt, you're going to press cancel. That is your run through of how to check out items and workflows. I hope you enjoy using this new skill to help your library's patrons. Thank you.